Hello everyone, today I want to explore a new area. We still have a lot of goop to clean, and I think this next area, which was in that direction, there was a giant wall, probably has quite a lot. So I think before I mentally torture myself and take on such a humongous task, I wanted to make a bit of progress towards GTI. Currently, we're barely doing any pressure, and I got enough supplies for 5 tier 5 pressure drills, not treasure drills. If only it was a thing. We'll dump these down real quick over here. I might move them later on. These are quite huge and look quite ugly in front of our base. Then again, our base also doesn't really look too special currently, because we're in the process of terraforming. I mean, I've made a significant bump, but not too much. Most of it will eventually come from the rockets we shoot into the sky. But alright, let's head over to that walled-off dam area. We can easily get there from this central location. There was a train that went to it. Which is this train right over here. Oh, press the button. I also brought the supplies for 2 tier 2 lockers. As well as a habitat, or living compartment as it's known in this game. Alright, we have arrived. It's a wonderful time, isn't it? To be here. Raining and everything. Let's see what this is. Seems to be a giant crane, and we cannot build here. Alright. It is radioactive, 132, eh? Let's see, I hope... Yeah, we can place a compartment over here. Good thing I took this stuff too, because it doesn't seem like we can easily get any supplies from up here. Because we're not on ground level. Oh, we dropped to ground level real damn quick. Oh, there's a lot out here too. Seems like most of the radiated stuff is going to be down here. Alright, well, time to start cleaning. Oh. What is this? This is just water, or... It's just a very deep hole filled with water. There's some more houses out here. Do they have anything? Yeah. I mean, they got some loot. But this first building doesn't have much. The second one... Nah, there's nothing here either. Right, I think I'm gonna do the outer section first. Looks like we can go quite far here, but this is... Never mind, I don't think this is part of the map anymore. Oh, never mind, it all popped in. What I have noticed is DLC doing is it pops in stuff very close to you. I think they're really trying to push the engine of what it can do for the game. Give it as much detail as possible, but it still needs, like, decent performance as well. Everything pops in kind of late. Yeah, well, I don't think that's the case in this part of the map. This just hasn't been built correctly, I guess. Right, I think we're actually gonna have to do some stuff in this main area. Which seems to be... water filtering plant? Yeah, I'd say so. I don't see anything here that leads me to believe that it's something else. But I guess we'll find out. There must be a node somewhere in one of these buildings. Oh, would you look at that. We have an underwater section here. Which it's kind of hard to see. And I don't think there is much here, actually. Ooh, well, we can go into a tunnel there. And the thing that kind of sucks is it's super radiated here. So we would have to either dive in there or clean up some goop first. And I think I'm going to do the second one. There is a ton of it out here. So it's going to be easy to get it down at least by 0.1. Alright, we got it down to 0.3. Time to take a quick look what's down that tunnel. Little hatch, and there's a crate here. Well, not that special, I guess. This one is pretty nice. This compartment has a stove and everything, too. This is probably one of the larger ones I've seen. Oh, cocoa seeds. Those are pretty rare. I don't think I've ever found them naturally, actually, now I think about it. Not that we need them, because we can just get them on Prime through space trading. What I've noticed with this is it has a lot of goo, but not many, like, large clusters. Giving me a hard time to use my bombs here, because I don't want to waste them. What is this building, though? A little fan center? No notes here either. I guess right here is a good location for a bomb. But to be fair with how long it takes for those bombs to go off, could have probably gotten all the goo by hand. Alright, we got it down to 0.2. We are pretty much halfway there, but we are starting to have to fly pretty far out just to get unradiated. I think upgrading our toxin filter is probably going to be a good idea from now on. We filled up one of the tier 2 lockers, my god. I thought this was going to be a bit more connected to the wall, but it doesn't seem like it. It's actually pretty far off. I'm guessing the wall really is a dam, by the looks of it. Though then again, I wonder what for, because it doesn't really look like a power generating dam, or doesn't really have the gates by the looks of it to let water through. Maybe they're drying this part out. Maybe these water pumps just try to suck out the water. Maybe the people that were mining tungsten here were also Dutch, and now they're trying to reclaim the land for some reason. I'm not sure where we're going, but I'm really not sure where we're going, but there does seem to be stuff here. There has to be a note in here, right? That is the one thing that I've been lacking quite a lot here. It's just the sheer amount of no info, basically. I've also just noticed that our oxygen goes down less fast, so I'm guessing we're going into the breathable atmosphere stage. That is pretty good. Just stuff off to the side here. But, oh. That's a secret ladder. What the heck is down here? Just some random... There is a note here. Damn, but I don't have the oxygen to read that, man. Okay, I'm gonna quickly rush back. And then come back here. Hopefully find some water along the way. Usually you do kind of find it all over the place, so... I didn't bring any. Well, I didn't find water, but I found the last of the toxic goop. But I think as annoying as is, I'm gonna have to rush back to the base real quick to get that water. Just to confirm, we were not doing anything with oxygen, so it's kind of weird that it went down. Because I saw that 0.8 seconds before, now it's at 0.7. However, now we are dealing with breathable atmosphere, so it should go down officially now. So yeah, it's kind of weird that it went down before. Unless the toxicity also makes it go down faster. That would make sense. I actually wonder, how much does it cost to purify all of it? 500? That's how much water we gotta extract? Honestly, that's not as much as I expected it would be. Seeing as a little lake at our home was like 200, and that was a pretty small size. How was the note say? Here, far from scrutiny, they'd love to make us forget our humanity, our hopes and destinies. Whatever happened in the past, we are still humans. We should be allowed to dream at night. We won't live like scared animals forever. If you think the same, if you yearn for something else, for more, for a future, join us. You'll find us under the rocky trees. Like rats, we live in the sewers. Search there. This is definitely ending potential right here. The rocky trees. I don't remember seeing any weird... I mean, all trees are kind of weird, to be fair. Actually, no. I think I know what they're on about. This right here. These are kind of like rocky mushrooms, but I'm guessing those are the rocky trees they're on about. So we need to find a way to go underneath there, and then we can find these guys. So these must be like ex-planet crafters or something that Sentinel Corp sent here. But it's kind of weird though, because the tungsten mining dudes, right? They definitely just got money from Sentinel Corp. And then there was the one planet crafter dude at the very least. And I'm guessing they must have sent more afterwards. And I'm not going to look for that right now. We'll do that later. I want to check the giant dam first. Also, we just unlocked the purification tier 4. Honestly, I would say we just delete all these tier 3s and just place tier 4s down. That just basically gives us the same ingredients, we just need tungsten rods. But those aren't that expensive. There seems to be a bridge here, which is... oh, that opens up, okay. There's a facility inside. Everything is powered off. My flashlight isn't really working here. What's going on over here? Ah, sewers. No power. Yeah, I can kind of see that by the whole... there's no lights here. That probably means we're going to need fusion... yep, fusion cells. The thing that kind of sucks is kind of been finding those all over the place. And I haven't really been picking them up much. Right, toxic. Oh my god, that's a lot too. You know what? I say it's bombing time. Should we do that with a wall that's potentially holding back a crap ton of water? Yeah, probably not. But if Sentinel Corp is good at anything, it's building structures that last against huge explosives. This goop was even hiding something. Secret passage? Huh. This is Warden stuff right here, if I've ever seen it. It is said that they will come to save us, these superior beings who understand our faults and imperfections, capable of correcting what makes us slaves to our own bias, of saving those who err and calming those who seek to punish. We await their arrival, praying that they'll free us from our self-imposed tyrannies. We place our destinies in your hands, almighty engravers. That's kinda interesting. What isn't so interesting is we need oxygen again. I wonder if those people that are hiding under the trees, if they are the same people that are wanting to go with the wardens. So this might be another warden ending in the end. Alright, I'm placing a compartment closer to the wall because it feels like we're gonna be here for a while. Actually, I didn't really check if there was anything else because I was in such a hurry. But no, it's just a tablet that we cannot interact with. Oh, there's actually multiple tablets here. And then there are the obelisks as well. Ooh, clean drinking water. Don't know how or why. Toxic zone has been deleted. This is still operational. There's eggplants in here grinding them up into this pulp. That is interesting as well as kind of creepy because this is actually spewing stuff out too, so that has been replaced recently. I guess this is where the main food came from. For this entire planet. My god. It's just regular space food, right? Yeah. I guess regular space food is eggplants. I suppose. We can go either up or down. Let's go up first. Seems to be a cafeteria with a crap ton of food. Alright, nothing else here. Let's go down. Bunch of consoles. And a way to go down even farther. We don't have the oxygen for that at the moment. This really is where our flashlight ain't working so well. Can go down even farther? Okay, this seems like a grinding area. Alright, let's go down one of these lifts. There's one on either side, and it does seem like they lead to different areas. There's another tree seed. I'll be taking that. And what is this? The sewers, perhaps? That is leads out to somewhere. Some sort of solar array. And then there is another toxic area here. Let's see how much it has. 200. Oh my god, that's almost 300 goop right here. Okay, we are on the other side of the dam now. And if I look on the map, this is also where the other train card goes by the looks of it. This must be like the main facility, I'm guessing. There's another way for us to get in. I'm guessing this leads to the other elevator, though. Yeah, it does seem to. Alright, I think before we explore behind the wall, what I want to do is I want to get a couple fusion cells up. And unlock that other door that needed power. And afterwards, instead of cleaning the area behind the wall, what I want to do is I want to look for those people that were, like, hiding underneath the stone trees. Yeah, these things really don't look much like trees, but my guess is that is what they mean. And also, while we're at it, replace these two. The tier 4 variant. Alright, I'm gonna take extras just in case. I only got 2 extra. Yikes, we really don't have a lot of these. I haven't really been picking them up because honestly, we're auto-crafting them over at Prime, so they don't hold much value to me. But I kinda forgot that those fusion generators are a thing and we do need them. I'm gonna send a train along, but I think I'm just gonna walk the way here. See if I can spot anything unusual. But I mean, so far they've been hiding pretty well. So my guess is that this is not gonna be as easy. Okay, the area was actually a lot smaller than I thought. Maybe when we actually properly start looking, it is gonna be pretty easy. Alright, but before we do that, let's head back into the wall. Get this fusion generator powered up. Should have probably done that before, because now we can actually see properly. What is behind here? We can go up. And that's actually a pretty long way up, too. Alright, let's take a look. There is a building over here. Oh, it has a note. Financial analysis. After 15 years of operation, the planet's valuable resources are largely depleted. So far, all planets acquired by Sentinel Corp have been profitable investments, but the results are not as good as before. In order to preserve the company's profits, we recommend that Sentinel Corp explore other sources of revenue for the planets it owns. In the future, the new Planet Crafter program could be a significant new source of revenue for the company, as a terraformed planet is far more valuable than a hostile one in the long run. Okay, so this was probably built in, I guess, before. Well, the Planet Crafter was still a thing. I'll have to think about that one. But this was 15 years after the operation. And before they really started planet crafting, I guess. Or much, anyway. So far, a bunch of heaters, funny enough. Guess it must have been really cold up here. But you don't see any ice, so not as cold as some of the other planets. That seems to be it for on top here. Which means that is it for the entire wall, I'm guessing. Let's go take a little look at those stone trees. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure what we're looking for besides an entrance. It could be a ladder, it could be just a cave. Seems like the cosmic quartz are coming out to play now too. I see something like on the opposite side of this tree. There seems to be a small cave. That they were living like sewer rats, so... Aha. Bingo. The sewers. Alright, where are you guys hiding? Definitely over here. To join us, you'll need to show some sense. We don't need idiots. And those dim-witted guards will never find the object to place in this terminal to open the door. In a wax palace with golden cells, I sleep, lulled by the buzzing of winged fairies. I cannot fly yet, but one day I will, when I leave my bed to become a sun greater. We haven't found an object matching that description yet. If anything, it does really look like it refers to a beehive. I've seen one of those, I'm pretty sure, on this planet. I don't think we could have interacted with it. Like, we still have an entire area to explore, so surely there is more. But just to be 100% sure, let's fly over there real quick. They're doing a lot here with bees. And then there was this skill model area. And I'm not guessing that it's part of the skill models, right? No. But there was a beehive right here. Can I interact with that? There might have been more here, though. I'm gonna have a quick look around. It also turned out that there was a lot more back here. Something I never explored. Well, not on camera. This is where you kind of have confirmation that the planet crafters were criminals that were sent to this planet. The Sentinel Corp really didn't change anything from the very start. It was always like this. But I don't see any beehive here. Again, it could just very well be that we haven't explored or found this area just yet, and I'm gonna guess that that is the case. Yeah, I don't see anything here that indicates bees. Alright, we're halfway through the breathable atmosphere, so that's pretty good. How much do we have left at this? Only the tree seed? And we're not far off from reaching that. We're like 1/5 of the way. As for toxic goop, there's still a lot left, but then again, that one area had like 300 of them, so that's gonna go real quick. Information on toxicity as a whole. I mean, we're still pretty far off, but stages-wise, we're not that far. Just need the 6.5 TTI. We also almost unlock the purification multiplier fuse and the mushroom recipe. But I'm gonna be leaving it off over here. In the next episode, what I want to do is I want to explore behind the wall and clean out this entire area. It's gonna be a big task, but sure, it's worth it. And maybe we even find what we're looking for. But hey, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.